Branzino, that's my favorite fish.
That's your favorite fish?
That and sea bass.
That's my actually favorite fish too.
Branzino.
Yeah, Branzino.
Sea bass and Branzino.
You know, it started with like catfish and
Of course.
those things, but then
All the bottom feeders.
The black classic.
exactly the black classic.
Yeah, the black
But
classic.
then once I got exposed to Branzino, and my daughter loved Branzino.
She likes
too.
Branzino.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm
Grilled.
a little. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm a little more advanced.
Oh yeah, well, you tell us. What
you like? What you like?
I don't know, Pete. I'm big on Norwegian halibut.
Oh, here he goes.
Pete, I'm not sure if you.
No, I think I've had it once when I was somewhere in Sweden or something like that.
You got to go there to get it.
Yeah.
It's not the same, bro. I'm big on deep sea fish.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? I'm a bluefin.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
bluefin.
I'm bluefin.
What
Pete,
about you ever Dorade? You ever heard of
Dorade?
that? Yes, that fish.
Out of what ocean?
I'm exposed you to
said
the
out of what?
Mediterranean Sea. You
Oh.
know?
Oh,
It's not just on the ocean.
Maldives, baby. Levels to
Come
this.
on, son.
And then rebuttal sway?
My
Right.
brother tried to stun on me right there.
I'll take stunting for 200 hours.
but when I was in the Horn of Africa,
Take it to the motherland.
I did have some limp fish.
Oh,
Yes,
see?
okay.
See?
Anything? Any other fish you had, brother?
I was on 87th Street on the south side of Chicago.
Red snapper in
J&J
Jamaica.
fish.
You know?
Okay, nice kingfish. You got to have a kingfish in
big
the
time,
in the
big time.
repertoire, right?
Yep.
You know, it's funny. As long as I know these dudes, we have never had this conversation.
This is what happens
About
when we
fish?
sit down with family and friends. Yeah.
Let's talk about shit we don't talk about.
Yeah,
enough,
right.
man. Come
Right.
on, man.
Yes,
We
sir.
got Common and Pete Rock up in here, man.
But wait, Common, are you vegan now?
I'm vegan.
Okay.
So,
You're completely, I'm like pick a, what do you call
Pescatarian.
it? Pescatarian. Yeah, I'm like a pescatarian.
but I will say I miss fish when I see them eating a little Branzino, you know, a good snapper or something,
Yep.
you know, especially when I like every type, where it's Jamaican, like, you know, I love when, you know, like the escafiche.
Yeah, all that.
Ew. What's your favorite like vegan meal then?
Well, I mean, actually, I like vegan burgers, man. To be
Vegan
honest,
burger?
yeah. But I love like it's this place called Avant Garden that I go to a lot. They have grit, this like toast with like it's what type of
Avocados.
sun choke on it, and it's like it's really exquisite food. Like even people that don't like vegan foods be like, wow, this is some of the best food that I've had. So they got a great spaghetti. It's not normal just marinara sauce or whatever. It's
not
good.
normal.
No, it's not normal.
Yo,
You said avant-garde?
The sauce is not
Avant-garde.
normal, or
The sauce is not normal. It's a different type of sauce, and it's just the way they freak it, man. It's like the way you season it, man. You could tell when the chef is putting some oomph into it, and they putting that love.
I
you
like
know
the way you
about
talk about
Spicy
food.
Moon? Spicy Moon?
Spicy
vegans?
Moon is great.
What is
I
that?
ate that
I love
last
spicy.
night.
Yeah.
That's like
You did?
Yeah, I ate
Okay.
that last
Where
night.
these
It's
spots
right
at?
around the corner.
Yeah,
It's right around the corner.
It's
That's a
have some
restaurant?
It's Thai vegan food.
Thai
I
vegan.
love Thai food. Yeah.
That
I'm
sounds
going
good.
to have some tonight again.
Yeah, that stuff. Yo, let me tell you, since the days when I first was vegan,
yeah.
man, things have changed. The foods have gotten
Advanced.
So much better, yo.
Wait,
better,
and it
man.
tastes like food.
And you got more access to like vegan style restaurants now. Those weren't around.
No, they wasn't around. In the late 90s, early 2000s, I was like starving, and that tempeh and all that, it wasn't good, but I just adjusted my
That's when you
taste.
became vegan?
Yeah, in the early 2000s. But then I started eating fish like about 8 years later, and then went back to vegan.
What are the physical benefits you find from being a vegan and no longer being a meat eater?
Well, I find like I have more energy. My brain is clearer. Like my thoughts, I just feel clearer and lighter. I don't think I take even things, situations as heavy. Like it's like food is like sometimes can weigh on the body like emotionally too. And I just find that balance of energy. Like I'm jumping around that stage and like doing, or still getting my workouts in and doing things because I think of think of it as like a way of just really investing in myself, loving myself. So I
Yes.
definitely feel that.
I like that.
Definitely
I like that.
investment. man.
Pete, you've been looking real physique lately. You know,
Physique.
man. You know, you've been maintaining your stature there.
Just
Pete.
wearing smaller shirts.
Is that what it
that's
is,
all.
Pete? Nah, you doing something too, though, right? What are you
Yeah.
doing?
I'm eating, right? Trying to. I eat fish. That's it. That's it.
No vegetables, Pete? Come on.
Yeah, veggies.
Come on.
Pete, you gotta eat something else, man.
No. I eat everything I'm supposed to eat. You know what I'm saying? But then there's times where I'll cheat and have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
Yum.
Oh, you work out too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
How often y'all working out? Because y'all on tour and y'all look amazing. Give
Yeah.
them a round of
Yeah.
applause.
Thank
Look,
you.
these guys,
Full of vitality.
I will say, I wore the jacket today, the Black Radio Fest jacket today, because that's the last time I saw them, and I only got a chance to talk to Common for a second about it, Pete. We didn't really get a chance to talk about it.
Okay.
How do I say this, man? Just as a lover of the music and the culture, you guys allow me to be a fan again. You know, we hosting there's people pulling me all directions. I'm trying to accommodate. You saw my family was there. I'm trying to accommodate everybody.
Yeah.
But y'all allow me to be a fan again, and
Yeah.
we need that
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
while we work, right?
Yes,
and if
yes.
you see this show that Pete Rock and Common does, I've never seen a show like that, and it's the kind of show that I felt like rap shows could evolve to, right? And you guys are there, so you're leading the way. And I think it's important for us who've been around to make sure we're telling our story, right? And the narrative throughout their entire show is you're learning about their story, right? Whether it's songs that Pete has something to do with, songs from Common's past, and then you're hearing the context in which these moments took place, and then it's being done on this stage that looks half rap, half Broadway.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers really coming through doors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got a
Doorbell, all that.
the doorbell, a living room,
Yes.
It was so good.
a carpet, a couch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The flower kept
So
falling.
the
Yes.
idea is to bring Pete Rock's basement to the stage, and
Is
that's
that
what we're doing.
Oh, it does look
That's
like your
exactly
basement.
what's going on.
Yeah, the basement and also like, man,
Except you can't fit a pool table. I had a pool table. Can't
And-
fit that on there.
and you know, so much of hip hop started in the basement. Pete Rock, that was like the stamp for Pete Rock. The basement, but I started breakdancing and
In the
listening to a lot of
auditorium.
hip hop in the basement. Like when we first got the SP 1200. Derek Dudley, he got it, and No I.D. We all went to his basement. So we kind of looked at that as a place where we always created from. And then we wanted to bring, I love that you said, be able to tell our stories, because I really looked at like our celebration for the 50th year. I felt like we were really telling our story. Like it was us saying, yo, these are the people we celebrating in hip hop.
Right.
And I was appreciating the fact that because hip hop is like one of the truest things that Black and Latino Americans created, that we are always have control of, even though record labels, blah, 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 but they don't control what we say.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't control what's really dope, and what we say is, man, this is what we deem as being the dopest stuff. And they have not, nobody's been able to control that. So I'm looking like, man, historically, when people look at people of our time, they're going to look at hip-hop and be able to know who we are and what we were. And all this experience, the dynamics of it. So our show, man, we want people to have fun. We want people, I'm a fan of hip-hop, like you said, and I'm still a fan of the music. I'm a fan of Pete Rock. Like,
We're fans of each other.
when I'm up on that stage and I'm getting to be his hype man for certain songs, when he rap and shut him down or jump around, I'm like, damn, this is a joy to be like, these are verses that I used to say in my car.
Yeah.
And now I'm ad-libbing with him. So I want the enjoyment of the music. We want the enjoyment of the music to come out, and the theater aspect, because y'all know, point blank, I'm an actor. And
Yes,
an actor,
come
yes,
on.
sir.
You a thespian.
John Wick.
Point blank.
Yep.
Come on, John Wick, yo.
Yes,
Hey,
that's
don't
my
get me
shit.
started on John Wick.
Let's go to
please.
John Wick.
Come on, bro. That's
Go
my
there,
shit.
man.
That's my
Yo,
favorite.
Drew, get DB on for me. Go ahead. Let DB get in there.
I mean, we spoke about John Wick last time we came out because I told you I'm a huge fan. We just had Halle Berry on, who was also part of the franchise and everything. And I wanted to ask about soundtracks, though. Like, doing movie soundtracks, I know, can be a great way to expose people to new artists and also just do something that isn't associated with the project. So was that ever anything you guys wanted to explore, working together maybe to do something for one of your films?
I'm glad you brought that up because sometimes when me and Pete was on the tour bus, I'd be like, man, we got to do some scoring. Not only just a sound, like not only do a song for a movie, but scoring a TV show or a film is something that I think Pete Rock would be amazing at. And I feel, like I've been able to do it with a couple, like Kareem and a couple of brothers, like put together a score for this show called The Mo Show, which is on Netflix. And then I did a film that I was in. But me and Pete, man, it would be crazy because I feel like I'm not the one that's going to produce. I'm not the Quincy Jones, but I could sit there and be like, yo, Pete, this scene, this is what we need in this scene.
Right.
This is the tone of this scene.
Yeah.
And this is what we could do. And like, I know when it's right. And I've seen how music changes like storytelling. So I feel like that's the next plateau for us as we continue on this auditorium.
I mean, I got music, but I would just need his direction. That's really all I would need.
Okay, and guys, I'm down too. So
What you gonna do?
He gonna play himself in the role in the scene.
What you gonna do?
execution. Common ain't gonna
Sway,
execute it.
I got you, bro.
Okay,
Sway gonna handle the business.
I'm good, man. I'm managing now.
Your manager can't be called Sway. That means something.
That means something right.
I know.
Under the table, that's a little.
Yo, it's Sway here, man. You know what that is. But I'm gonna get us indoors, dog.
Yeah, exactly. They might get scared of Sway here. They're going to be like, oh, shit, we better handle our
Act
business.
right.
Yeah.
Hey man, you brought up Derek Dudley, man. We were having this conversation because I always saw Derek in the beginning and how our teams get formed and started, and the longevity that we have in our teams, man. But just even saying that Derek Dudley got the SP 1200.
Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
brother.
Damn, I didn't even know Derek was up to it like that.
How did he get it? The SP 1200 is how would you the drum machine or
It's a drum machine, but
yeah.
I mean, like to get your hands on something like that, they're very scarce now. But they have the new one out.
EA Ski design
made all metal. It's very heavy, and I love it. But
Pete,
the original,
let the people know on the SP. That's what you created. Freaking
oh,
straighten it out.
Everything.
Reminisce.
Okay, everything you heard from 1991 up until 2007.
What?
that was on the
And
SP?
then I switched over to the MP. Yeah.
Man, we were at the Grammy Museum, bro. We were at the Grammy Museum, and we went to the hip hop section, and they had Pete Rock's SP 1200. And it was like, I mean, they had everything from Slick Rick's, like
Chains.
Dilla beat
chains.
tapes.
Yeah, they had Dilla beat tapes. It was amazing. Tupac's letter about revolution.
Essay.
Man, he wrote an essay, all in this museum, Grammy Museum. And when we seen Pete Rock's SP 1200, we both were standing there, but obviously he got a whole nother connection. I was like, man, you made The World Is Yours on that. You made Shut 'Em Down remix. You made, like, on this one machine, man.
Man, come on, man. Y'all don't get it. I don't know.
So
Wow.
yeah, so Derek, the reason why he was able to get it, his fam had a little more money than us. So he was able to purchase it. And though he learned it a little, he wasn't trying to produce. He knew that No I.D. and Twilight Tone were the producers. So he just purchased, he got the SP. And we would go to his basement.
That's crazy.
That's a reason to work with him.
Yeah. And he just had that manager thing.
He had it. He's always been that when he's always been behind the scene.
Well,
Behind the scenes.
once you buy that thing, it's like a magnet. It draws people, and then he probably did that, to draw people to see who's who around here.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Those things cost about $2K back then, though, right? 2,500.
Yeah, that was about 23,000.
Do you know how I knew this? Because Emu, who makes them, is in Santa Cruz.
Yep.
And me and Tech not just dumb about it, thinking we read the back of one and said, "Oh, it's in Santa Cruz. We're gonna drive out there and show up."
No, he's in Santa Cruz, but not the company.
Well, we drove to Santa Cruz thinking we were gonna bump into a building that was gonna give us an SP.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, but that's how we used to. Hey,
that's how we. You just thought what you right?
When we was younger, man, I used to just think. I would see them and be like, okay, once I make a record, I made it. Like, I would see them in videos and think like, man, well, Big Daddy Kane, they got this. So it's just when you ain't around it and you ain't in the business, you don't know, man. I was sending my tapes. I was looking at the back of Sleeping Bag Records or Profile and sending my tapes.
Absolutely.
And I mean, maybe some people got signed like that, but now I think about it, that's a tough way to try to get signed.
Yeah, I knew the homie that he used to bring us leather jackets and vinyl and at Sleeping Bag.
Sleeping Bag, oh shoot, dope.
When I was on BLS back in the day.
Yeah, look at that. He just threw out that gym.
You know what I mean? Like, I was playing a lot of EPMD.
Right.
I was playing a lot of that stuff. I played like every cut off the album. I used to do stuff like that.
What was the show called then?
In Control.
In Control.
Marley
Marl. Shout out to Marley Marl.
Wow, Pete, you was on BLS at an amazing Renaissance time.
14 years old, man.
14 on BLS.
gosh.
How hard was it to get rap played on radio at that time?
I mean, we was playing everything.
At what time of night?
9 o'clock to 12 midnight.
Really?
Yep, every weekend. Me and Clark Kent.
Once a week?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I would have the whole weekend. I'll be like on there with Marley from Friday and Saturday. Then he would rotate different DJs.
Who walked in? What were some MCs that walked in?
I met Mike Tyson. I met Kid and Play. I met, everyone. Salt and Pepper. I was just a little dude.
You met Mike Tyson at 14?
Yeah.
How intimidating was that?
Nah, he was hanging with a homie from my hood named Craig Boogie.
Mm-hmm.
And so Craig brought him to the hood one time. And everybody went crazy. We was just with Mike all day. Like,
where's your book?
It's coming.
It's coming?
Yeah.
Because, I can only imagine the room.
Yeah, man.
That's
a lot of stories.
Like I was like, when sometimes I'd be talking to Pete and he'd be like, man, I was at Heavy's house and then Heavy D's house. Who'd you say came through there? Like
Shari Hadley from when Coming to America was like super hot, just came out. She's down the block. I'm like, what? So we ran down there to meet her, and I walked in. I kind of held my chest and was like, she was pretty. I was young.
Pete was smitten. Huh?
Yeah, I was very young.
Wow.
And I love that movie.
Amen at that. Hey, so what's kind of sad, I guess, is kids ain't gonna get a chance to send their demos to Sleeping Bag Records or Tommy Boy or Profile, especially with all the dismantling that's happening right now in the music business. Mm-hmm. What are y'all thoughts on that, Common? What are your thoughts on that? The executives are leaving, companies are merging, artists are getting dropped.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man, I gotta say, I appreciated some aspects of just the record label structure. As much as we used to say, man, who your A&R? We'd be like confronting the labels but I also understood that they most of the people that would be in that company structure, they understood music, or they at least were targeting towards music. Like what I think is when a lot of companies come and get involved in the music industry and don't have like targets or a whole company focused on that, meaning when to get signed, you had to have an A&R that would say, okay, this is worthy of being signed, right? Mm-hmm. And then they would sit and work on the project to help develop it to get you to a level where they felt like the record is worth it. And then you got people sitting down saying, man, we're going to take time to market this. We're going to take you to each market. That's how I got up to Sway and Tech. That's how I got up on the Wake Up Show, because Muhammad Ali, God bless his soul, brought me, but they planned that and they took me all around, and that was part of the process. I think it's something in that in building an artist. It's something in that labels did that was right in that way, and for that structure to be dismantled, it's been dismantled. Now I feel like we're losing certain elements of good ways to get music out to the people.
Yeah.
But and I know people feel like, man, the internet is the best way. But I do think sometimes you could be like just oversaturated with stuff and not able to concentrate. I always say, man, I knew when everybody's album was coming out. We knew those Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yo,
it was dropping.
Then we knew that Tuesday I'm going to get this Biggie album right here, or I'm getting this new Mobb Deep, or I'm getting this
Lil
new
Kim joint.
And there was
Ice
anticipation.
Cube. It was anticipation. So I think, I do think some labels do it right. I must say, like, Loma Vista did right by us. And that's an indie, and it was our teams, too. Our management, shout out to Chris, Yvette, Kevin, Wolf, and our teams.
Yes.
But because we tried to approach it from a slow roll like the way labels did. Like, let's release this video.
You remember how they used to put music
8
out?
weeks.
Bro,
Yep.
8 to 12 weeks before that, just roll out.
I missed that. We missed that.
Yeah, we did that to a certain
we did
degree
that,
because we finished our album in March, and me and Pete was like, man, we want it out before Pete's birthday, which is in June. We want it out in June.
We wanted it out on my birthday.
Yeah, and then they was like, look, let's take time with this. Let's release these songs. So that process, I think now we got to build our own structures and have people that are really educated in this, like the Derek Dudleys, like the Sway. You can't actually manage.
Change your name, homie.
I got to change my name if I do it?
Yeah, change your name.
No, don't change your name.
Because the name is,
You're going to get into every room with your name.
Yeah, man, Sway's here. What do you want?
Agent Cody.
What do you think about, Pete? A lot of producers use the internet, to get their music used by other artists. It's always some convolution in it because when they put the music out, the dealings aren't proper.
It didn't start that way.
Okay, how?
It started where you had to physically be in front of each other.
Yeah.
And playing beats, which is what I loved because you can see the person's reaction right then and there, and you know if they're going to use the beat or not. But internet is a great source to do what the young guys are doing. Playing beats online. I like to hear it, because I get to discover talented producers, and there's a lot of them that I like that do that online. But as long as they have a way that people respect their music and everything's copywritten and no one to run off with your beat like some Joe Schmo dude talking about produced by such and such, who didn't produce them, who didn't even give them the beat. So that's the only bad side of the internet when it comes to like putting your beats out there.
Pete Rock, man. Look at Pete Rock to head to toe, man. Y'all be having like wardrobe battles. I know y'all both dressed. You know what I mean? Y'all tell the truth.
Yo, you was looking nice at Napa though, bro. You had something on that was like, bro.
Oh,
you had
gosh.
that little short set thing. I was like, psh.
Look at your dude, man.
By the way, the hats. Who?
Bucket?
Laney.
Yeah.
Laney, yes.
Laney, them
Yeah,
hats is
head
dope.
trips.
I love those.
With the
joints,
Z.
man.
Now,
I need to get more of those.
I ain't forget that.
Yeah, you want more?
Yeah, I definitely want more of those.
For
Okay,
real.
I'm gonna put y'all.
In connection, yeah.
I'm gonna do
Please
it. I'm gonna
do.
do the DM connection.
Yeah.
Is that you on your IG? Because I be getting strange messages.
Is that you?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's you. Yeah.
It's me and somebody else.
I swear.
I don't know what that was.
You ever been hacked?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel
I
great.
don't want to talk
Okay.
about it, man, because
Okay.
I don't want the AI
it's gonna
to
happen.
get it, right?
High sway.
I don't recall it. But
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna drop that subject.
won't
All
say
right.
nothing.
All right, man. Do you want to jump in here, man? To give
No,
me
I think just to add on to the conversation, you guys' show is nothing against anybody else that was on the festival for 3 days. It was amazing. Shout out to Robert
Glassberg.
and everybody.
Yes,
It was
Shout out,
amazing.
that's my guy, Robert.
Blue Note Jazz Festival, Black
Yeah,
Radio
everybody,
Experience.
like, that was
Yes.
amazing.
Black Radio.
And we signed up to come back next year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yo,
we had
that's what I'm
fun.
talking
We
about.
had
yo.
fun.
Come on, man.
But y'all show was the only show I watched from beginning to end.
Wow.
I couldn't help it.
Wow.
Like, it was just that entertaining, the energy.
Yeah.
You're hip hop.
Oh well,
You know what I'm saying? Come
Y'all
on,
are
yeah.
hip hop, so
Yeah.
it was it was just the connection,
Yeah.
and I watched it from beginning to end. Some of the shows I started and I was like, okay, let's rest in between here. We got another, but I could not leave the stage. And the minute I moved back, something else came on, and I'm jumping and screaming. It was just so dope. And based on the conversation y'all were having, I think energy is missing in a lot of technology that's here because you don't have to get in the studio with a person anymore.
Yes.
And some of my best memories of hip hop is being in the studio with people. All right, change this out. We should do it like, that's not there anymore. And so I think that adds to some of it. You said with the saturation, the oversaturation. And college radio tours are missing.
Wow.
We used to do college radio runs, and it was fun because I would meet DJs, and then somehow they ended up on a radio, a terrestrial station 3 or 4 years later. And it's like, he worked his way here. I remember seeing him at this school. He went to Howard. He went there. He went there. That's missing as well in the structure. So some of it needs to come back to y'all's point.
I have one experience. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But when I did Don't Curse, everyone was under the same roof. That's on that record.
Well, that's why it sounds. But it sounds like
that's what made it more fun and why it came out the way it did.
It came out. Now, were you in the studio with Run DMC for Down with the Kings?
Yes, of course.
Dope.
Of course.
See,
Of course.
songs don't sound like that anymore.
And for you to get, you had Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D,
Pooh Bah,
Q-Tip,
Cool G Rap,
on Don't Curse.
CL too.
CL Smooth.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I think that's a big part that's missing too.
I think that energy, when you say energy. That hit me because it's like, I feel like one of the things that we've been getting a great response to our album, right? And I'm super grateful.
Dope.
Thank you for that and the shows. But one thing I didn't know was like, it's just about the energy too, like just the connection that Pete Rock and I have, like who we are as people, but our love for the music, and just sometimes people just connecting this energy. And when we come to these shows, man, we want to express that energy. And I will say, I'm so glad. I ain't gonna front. I was geeked to see y'all over there when we was performing.
Sway bumping me.
To the side, I was like, "There go Heather B. She right over there. She right over there. You gotta do good."
I saw y'all stayed there the whole time, and I was like, I know what it takes to stay and watch a show.
Yeah.
So, I was like, y'all stayed there the whole time. The only thing I was disappointed, we had a little technical difficulties. Our show, Pete usually makes a beat live on stage.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Y'all started. I felt like it started.
It started, but we couldn't get because we didn't get a. When you're doing the festivals, you don't get a proper sound check.
Okay.
Yeah. But overall, what you're saying is so important. The energy, like that's being able to be in the presence of somebody and be like, man, let's try this, or nah, let's try this, and you feel that out.
Yep.
It just makes it pure and just truer to the essence of these two people coming together, or having many people collaborating in that way.
100%.
I love it. Pete Rock and Common are here. Tracy G.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it throw y'all off now seeing, because you have seen your stage shows, the audience evolve throughout the years, and the technology is now like an extension of an audience member's hand.
Yes.
Does the energy kind of shift where you have to get into a different gear in order to look out at a crowd and see so many cameras? Because we've had a lot of artists who have commented on that, who make requests, put your phone down. We've seen Busta make requests like that. So what do y'all think?
I don't mind it. For me, it's like if however you want to appreciate the show. One of the things I've been enjoying about the shows is seeing like people our age, and then they'll have their kids at the show with them, or like sometimes
intergenerational.
Or we seeing some 22, 23-year-olds at our show like singing the words to the new album.
To our joint.
I'm like,
what?
Wow, man!
Like, he's young.
That blows my mind.
That's crazy.
So if they're like experiences, I want to put the phone up too, but I found we don't have that a lot, to be honest. Like, and I mean, it would be dope to Dave Chappelle it and just make everybody put their phones up and lock them up, but that's not like where we are, and I think it does in certain ways get the show out there.
Get
somewhere.
the word out.
Yeah.
They see that hypeness, man.
Yeah.
Man. I'm not mad at it. Common and Pete Rock are here. Pete, I saw. Shout out to Nori over at Drink Champs.
Yeah.
Those guys do a great job over there.
Yes,
and I saw CL on there, and he was making his plea. It's like, man, I would love to get back in the studio for the fans. What are your? Is that maybe, I don't know about now? You're doing something, but
I just think he's best on his own.
Okay.
As simple as that. I just think he's good by himself. There's a million producers that will do something with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
Yeah. everybody's at different stages of life.
Yeah.
We all evolve, and it sounds great in theory, but if everybody ain't aligned, it doesn't happen.
Energy.
You know how it goes.
Energy? Energy.
That too.
All right.
That's the most important one.
Energy.
That's one thing at when you're speaking of energy, Heather, too. Again, it's like one of the things that I don't know, I got to a point, I don't know if it was early 40s or whatever, where I was like, man, I want to work with people that I like just want to be around.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like people that
like.
uplift me in life. I can uplift them in life. And this has nothing to do with CL and Pete. I'm not speaking towards that.
Yeah.
But I like, and even in films and stuff, I'm like, man, if I get around the wrong energy, I'm like, man, I don't want to be a part of that, man. It ain't worth it for me. Like, life is too important to, I mean, we all have bad days.
Of course.
You know, and like, you know, I'm not like in judgment of somebody, but if ultimately you consistently just bring a negative energy or just, you know, always talking about what somebody else doing and I ain't for that. Like, I just, you know, and we can talk shit, we can go back and forth, but it's about the energy of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's so important.
Amen.
Shout out to DJ EFN too. That's my brother.
Yeah.
He taps in all the time with the EFN. I love you, man. You always tap in, checking in. Shout out to Nori. I love what y'all doing.
Yeah. Shout out to Drink Champs.
Drink Champs.
Yep.
We see you. We see you. Nori got a nice look going for himself too.
N-O-R-E. Nori.
So you guys got a big show Friday at Webster Hall.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Man.
You know why? I feel like we have to give New York a full set, you know, like we've been doing around the world before we got here to New York.
Yeah. They need to see it.
They need to see it because we sold out. Like, we've been doing these shows where we have 4 more shows at the Blue Note. So we were like, man, we gotta do another show, like, because we couldn't get our whole set into the Blue Note. So it was like, man, we honestly in the last minute, Webster Hall came through. We and our booking agent, shout out to Mary, and just our teams was just like, let's make this happen. So we got Webster Hall on Friday. We're gonna do the full show.
Yeah.
Probably have few special guests maybe, but regardless, it's gonna be the Pete Rock and Common experience of the auditorium.
Wow.
You know?
Some people need to have guests. Y'all don't.
Y'all don't.
Y'all don't have to have one guest.
But you know what? Yeah. Surprisingly, you saying that, you're right. But do something the audience won't expect. They probably expect, hey, they don't need nobody. And then boom, Ghostface walks out.
Oh.
Ghostface Friday? Is that what you saying, Pete?
I'm not. I'm just saying, everyone loves Ghostface.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
love
But
Ghostface.
that would be a really nice thing.
I think it could happen. Gentlemen, I love you, man.
Yes.
I love you because
Love y'all.
I want to bring in our next guest because his first movie was actually with you. Yeah,
I remember that.
You remember that?
I do. We went to go see it.
Which movie is this?
We're gonna. He don't know who it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and put
Not
y'all.
Common's first movie. The young man's first movie.
Oh, yeah.
Was with Common.
Common,
Yes.
yeah. Yep, I
Did I say
remember it.
Common's first movie?
You didn't
It
say
sounded
that, but
like
it
that.
kind
Just
of
for
implied
further
that.
clarity.
Let's bring him in, man. He's a
It
big star
almost
now.
went that way.
Yeah, he's a big star now, ladies and gentlemen. You see him? Bring him in.
They're talking. Hold on.
Oh, jeez. Okay, hold on. That shit, I was about to be an ill ass
It
setup
was.
right there.
It
That's
can
a-
still
it's a
happen.
good
See
time
him
for
on
me to get a
Power
drink.
Book 2. Give it up for Michael Rainey Jr.
Wow, since I was young.
Look how big this guy gets, man. Yo, bring him in, yo. Yo, that's beautiful, man. Yo. With him.
Yeah, we doing the presenting and all of that.
That's right. Oh, that's great, man. Yo, and look at you now, man. Hey, Michael Rainey Jr. is here, man. Come on, looking like Hollywood's A-list right now, Pete.
We were watching that last season of Power.
Man, come on, man.
Like 2 more episodes left.
I got goosebumps when this dude walked in. Yo.
Oh, yeah.
Well, say it on the mic, man. That's all I
He
get
got
this.
beats. Michael Rainey got beats.
You gotta get some in.
He got beats from rap, man. He got beats.
Yo, Mike, you do got beats,
Yeah, I
right?
got beats, yeah.
Oh.
And you got bars.
I don't rap. I could rap, but I don't rap.
Mike, come on, man. You know where you at, dog.
And he Jamaican. And he Jamaican.
And he Jamaican.
And he Jamaican.
And he Jamaican.
And you got a restaurant too, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about that.
And the
But
podcast.
You got any vegan food for me?
Listen, we can have some. We got some vegan stuff on the menu.
Come on,
we might have to make a whole vegan menu.
Okay, we going to the menu.
first time you met Common, talk about that real quick. First time you met Common,
Yeah,
Michael.
first time I met Common was it the chemistry read
Yeah, the
for
chemistry
love?
read.
Yeah, it was the chemistry read for love, and we just killed it. Like that read was crazy. We was crying, all type of stuff in that read, and then
Wow.
you know they just made the decision like, yeah, this is gonna be our two leading men, and then after that it was just history. You know, we got to set.
Man,
Yeah.
this dude was like one of the most talented. But at that age, I was like, this is one of the most talented actors I ever been around.
Wow.
And I've been. I was.
You
deep
done
in
some
my
things,
movies.
though.
I
Yeah.
did some things. So I was like, this dude is really special. And, he was speaking Italian then. He was making beats. But his acting too was just superb, man. And it was like, at that chemistry read, I was like, it can't be nobody but him. You know what I'm saying? You just know like it's got to be this person. Like and you know I don't want to hear nothing else. That's how I
And
felt.
that's how you thought you did that? No, because that makes a difference, though.
No, for sure.
Wow, man. Congratulations, man. I wanted to make that happen, man. That you
Beautiful.
doing, man. Come on, man. And then, hey, love you. Come.
I seen him like, no way.
Come on, Common. You know what we do here, man. Stop. All right. No, they got a show Friday. If you in town, they're performing at Webster Hall.
Webster Hall,
Right?
Webster Hall, yeah. Come through, pull up.
Pull up?
Yeah.
Michael Rainey Jr. is going to pull up.
Michael Rainey Jr. coming
Man,
through.
y'all made it. All right, man. Common, P. Rock, love y'all, man.
Love.
See you Friday. Thank you, fellas, for coming in the auditorium. Make sure you get the project. It's incredible. We got Michael Rainey Jr. with us right now. 888-742-3345.